like to do often as we conclude our show is, because we are Apollos watered, right? We want to give people kind of a proverbial water bottle, the water to sip on all week long, a truth to hold dear. What's something that each of you could give as something for our audience to sip on as a result of this conversation today?
I think even though a lot of the things that we talked about were maybe even tough conversations to even have, maybe for some to even listen to, I would say it's actually joy that awaits you and your friends. If you're not Asian American, you're listening to this and you have some Asian American friends, especially if they're believers, I mean, great joy awaits you um, as you deepen and get to know one another. And if you're Asian American listening to this, like there's great joy in that awaits you in figuring out all the nuances of who you are. And I know that sometimes it'll get tough and you have to have hard conversations and you need to clarify and, do all that. But it is joy that awaits you because I think God intended for us to each hold all these different elements like you were saying. And then like I feel like I love God and his plan and his purposes, and his people. Like I just see what God is up to when I get to know myself and my culture, and as I share that and learn from others. So don't be driven by diversity quota. Don't be driven by like feeling like you got to do all these things and jump through the hoops. Be driven by kind of this kingdom joy that is kind of deep within. So I would say think about that, sip on that. I feel like that's a great intrinsic motivator for everybody to kind of engage. Yeah.
Well, that's good, Linson. That's funny because mine's connected, not the same, but I was thinking about just these kinds of conversations are hard, like you're saying, Linson, and there's and we all make mistakes in them, so I think I wanted to highlight that, like just grace, and that it is humbling to make mistakes and hard. But for me, they've been opportunities like, whether it's intra-racial or interracial mistakes that I've made, like I do think, we didn't get to talk about it much, but like Asian Americans have a role to play in racial and social justice and different aspects. And then even within the Asian American community, I've made mistakes in like inside the community amongst different cultures, and where we said earlier, like being in the majority gives you blinders, gives you blind spots. But that's where I think, having friends who can be the rear view mirrors, can be the side view mirrors, and having the humility and resilience to ask for forgiveness and then try again.
Yeah.
Being more careful, sure, maybe the second time around or third or fourth or whatever, but just that, yeah, like nobody engages these conversations in a perfect way all the time, for sure. So just wanting to like put that word out there and say like, there's, what does it look like to have grace for oneself, have grace for others, and continue to like, do the work to try, So I don't want people to like check out because it's like, oh, that's too hard, or I can't do this. So, and we can't, not, the Holy Spirit, and God's grace is huge for this stuff. So
Yeah. It's awesome.
Those are good words. Those are really good words. I want to thank you for coming on the show, for sharing. Thank you for writing the book and just helping bring us into your story, to hear it, to really appreciate what God's done in your life, your ministries, and may God continue to bless you as you continue to serve him.
Thanks.
Thanks, Travis. Yeah.